Ever wonder how much food you can fit in a Scamp camper for a weekend away? Find out in this video. So these are basically the non-perishables that we pack into our camper that stay in here throughout the summer. We've got cereal. One container is empty. We have to refill that here before the next trip. Bisquick, flour, salt and pepper, hot sauce, olive oil back there. Some of those drink mixes that you can add to your water bottles. Mixed nuts, brown sugar, coffee, filters, peanut butter, tea bags, oatmeal, and then these bottles work out really, really good, we found, for your liquids, like syrup, vanilla, and soy sauce. And all of these containers we got at dollar store for $1 or less. These were in a 3-pack for $1. Those were $1 each, I believe. Screw-on tops, snap-on lids, that sort of thing. So it's already been in the camper here for a couple of months and nothing is seized up or hard or moldy or anything like that. All of that stuff is going to fit up into these bins up here and the one over here. So what do we bring with that goes in the refrigerator of the Scamp or that starts out in our cooler? Here it is. Most of this stuff is in the freezer, and that way when we pack it into our cooler, we don't have to worry about having extra ice or an ice pack or something like that. The whole point is to come back home with less than what you came with initially. So we've got some yogurts, puddings, whip topping for the bagels, bacon for breakfast, eggs, cheese and lunch meat, hamburger, hot dogs. We put our milk and our orange juice in these 2 containers here because they actually fit perfectly right in that Scamp refrigerator. Some frozen peas. We'll bring some other fruits and vegetables too, which we'll get to in just a second. All of this stuff here fits in here. And then this is basically our dry goods bag. Sarah has a big bag that we put a bunch of this stuff in. So there's things like vegetables that maybe don't need to stay cool, fruits, a bunch of fruit, vegetables, bread, donuts, gotta have donuts. Gotta have stuff for s'mores. Sarah likes her brownie brittle. And then just some snacky stuff and canned goods. When you're looking at packing up your stuff, we have 2 bags essentially. We have a big bag for the dry goods, and then we have our cooler. Years ago we made a decision that whatever doesn't fit in those things doesn't go. And the reason behind that is otherwise you end up with spoiled food or coming home with things that maybe you don't want to eat anymore. It's just gone too far. We don't want to waste anything. So we want to make sure that everything we take with, or most of everything anyways, gets eaten up and disposed of properly. So that's just a quick tip. Enjoy. And then last but certainly not least are some of the extra fluids that we'll bring with us. Got some iced tea, some pop, water bottles, things like that. These water bottles here, we'll actually reuse them. Sarah likes her big Nalgene bottle, and Noah likes his, and then we'll reuse these 2. We fill this 2.5 gallon jug up with fresh drinking water, and that becomes our drinking water for the weekend. Usually that'll last us for the whole weekend. Quick little tip when it comes to liquids. If you ever get a Charlie horse or a muscle spasm or something like that that really hurts after a long hike, bring with tonic water. It really helps. It's almost instantaneous. It's the quinine that's in the tonic water, so it's kind of an old school remedy. Another thing that we've learned in our short amount of time of being in the Scamp anyways, I guess we did this when we were tent camping too, but just make sure that you pack food that you know you're going to eat. Don't pack the wishful hopes like, oh, I'm going to pack a whole bunch of healthy stuff because we're going to hike a bunch on the trails. Odds are it's probably not going to get eaten. Remember, you're out to have fun, you're camping, you're getting away. Pack food that you want to eat. And ta-da! Through the magic of TV, here we go. Everything is in our cooler and in the large bag. And we still have, I guess, a little bit of room. It'll focus there. A little bit of room to be able to put a little bit more stuff if we needed to. In case you're wondering, this is just a cheapo igloo cooler from Walmart we've had for like 10 years. And this is a 31 bag, the big one that they sell. Sarah really, really likes it. And obviously, if you're going to be cooking in your camper, if that's what you're doing, you're probably doing it because you want to save a little bit of money, because you don't like to go out to eat and waste money on food that you could just cook yourself. And quite frankly, you could probably cook it better than most restaurants. That's exactly why we do it. So if that's the way that you're thinking, if that's your thinking behind it, you don't want to feel like you're missing out on something just because you're camping. So bring foods that you would eat when you're going out to eat. Bring hamburger. You can make pre-made hamburgers. Bring hot dogs, bring potatoes to make French fries, whatever. We bring steak and shrimp and things like that, chicken breasts, things that we would eat when we're out and about. It just makes sense. If you're not someone who's really into cooking and you're like, well, I'm not very good at it, then just keep it simple. I mean, you're on vacation, right? Cook some buttered noodles. If you burn water, I don't know, figure out something, but you can save yourself a ton of money by just simply making things inside your camper. And a lot of our lunches literally consist of a ham and cheese sandwich with a bag of chips. When you're on the go, when you want to go out and do stuff, it's a lot more fun to just pack a lunch and eat it right in the middle of wherever you are. So at the end of the day, your vacation is supposed to be about relaxing and having a good time. So don't put a lot of effort or stress into the food thing, because otherwise it just ruins the trip. Keep it simple, bring food that you like, bring enough but not too much, and yeah, don't fret the little things. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you have any more questions, put them in the comment section down below. And if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe to our channel today. Thanks guys, God bless.